Hello everyone, this meeting is regarding the SugarLearning Sprint Retro Review for 170 and Sprint Planning for 171. The sprint goal, where the invite means when the email is sent to a user, when the user click on that, it confirms that if the same user is being logged in or not. It's not yet been done. We found a bug on the last minute while testing it. This sprint is the sprint is 170, duration is 1 week, and attendees are as listed. The total billable hours for this project is 40, including me and Nick.
Did Christian spend any time on it? Half a day, a day? Oh.
No.
Okay. All
right. Moving towards the sprint backlog, as I discussed before, the PR is up, but during the testing, we find a bug and still need to be resolved. Moving towards the setting up the alerts for the marketing team. Now we have set up the alerts for the marketing team whenever a new user is being added to the SugarLearning, means other than SSW. So they have been notified. They will be notified by the email.
Why does marketing need to be informed, and who asked for this PBI?
The PBI was, Nick, can you tell about this? Who asked?
Not on the fly, but I do recall there being a suggestion that marketing should be aware if someone uses the system that it's not us.
Adam, do you have any question about it?
No, that's good.
No? All right. Moving towards the sprint burn down, this time we were able to complete 76%. The code coverage remained the same at 25%, the line coverage. Moving towards the deployment, there was no deployment to West US and China Node 3 productions. Moving towards the old dashboard, the average number of failed requests per day increased by 1. Previously, there were 55.3 requests per day in 2 weeks period of time, and now it's 56.1 requests per day in 1 week. Are you happy with that, Adam?
Yeah.
All right. Moving towards the new dashboard, the total number of unique users have been increased by 6, and authenticated users have been increased by 1 per day. Are you happy with that?
Yes.
All right. Moving towards the China dashboard, the total number of unique users have been increased by 1, and authenticated user remained constant. Do you have any question?
No, that's good.
All right. Moving towards the state of Epic, there is no change to the state of Epic. Moving towards do we have any experimental work during this sprint? No, we do not have any experimental work. For the retro, what went well? We were able to complete the PBIs more than 50% this time. There was a discovery, what didn't go so well, there was a discovery of a bug on a PR for the sprint goal. And Nick mentioned that PI review was delayed to last minute due to Tina Cloud sprint ceremonies.
Right, but why did you need Nick? Why couldn't you go to Christian?
I went to Nick is because he's one of the required members to review the PR.
Okay, and Nick, would have you minded Christian did it?
Has Christian had much to do with SugarLearning before?
I think if he didn't feel confident, he would just say, I'm not accepting the pull request.
Okay. I'd be comfortable.
Yeah.
Yep.
And now, I know you've got a couple more things to go, but just on this sprint review, the first item in the epics is the content editor upgrade, and that's what you were working on last week. Did we agree that you weren't going to work on it this week? Because it appears you have.
Yes.
We agreed on that, did we?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And I thought that we talked about that, and then the idea was Christian might be able to assist you to confirm if you were using the right one or not, because it felt like that we weren't confident why we were using that particular markdown editor. Is that right, Christian?
Yeah, so after the last sprint review, I had a bit of a chat with those there, just sort of like seeing what else is available. Like what are the sort of markdown editors available, and whether we can actually use something that utilizes the markdown it directly. So in the back end, we're actually using markdown it, but for the front end, we're using Toast UI. So we were looking into ways that we can just use that back end API sort of directly with a front end interface.
Right.
It's worth noting as well that there was a follow-on email to go and work out what was happening, work out the state of email templates within this system. That email has been turned into a PBI, which is in the next sprint.
Next sprint.
Okay. All right. Okay.
All right. If you guys are happy, I will move to the forecast now.
Sure.
All right. So this is a forecast for sprint 171. Duration of the sprint is 2 weeks, and attendees are as listed.
Can I ask why it's 2 weeks instead of 1 week?
Because Adam, I am off for Thursday. I'm taking a day off.
So you're taking 1 day off and you're extending the sprint by a whole week. Why not just extend it by a day?
Because then we'd have to expend the next one by a day and the one after.
Yeah, look, assuming that's is that a bad day to have it on Wednesday instead of Tuesday?
I'm all right.
I'd prefer to keep it on Tuesday.
Okay, all right, okay, well that makes sense.
All right. Sorry, Adam, you want to say something?
I was just thinking if we have another person added to the sprint, then you can do 4 days, and say Christian or somebody else could do a couple of days, and then it would be over 5 days. Is that something worthwhile doing for you, Christian? Spending a bit of time on this editor?
I can do. Do you want me to do that instead of the people migration?
I think so, to be able to work with those there and try to knock that out, even if it's you're doing it in half-day blocks with him. So you're giving him some time to try to get over this hump with the editor. So why don't we pencil in that you'll do around 2 days of the next sprint, and then Isaiah can do it we can have the sprint 1 week at the same time, because you'll have more manpower.
If we're going to take that approach, which I'm very happy with, because the entire reason that we were putting the editor on ice is lack of manpower.
Yeah.
The only thing is that we'd basically need to we'd scrub this forecast, because that puts the editor back to near top priority.
Right. Okay. Well, I wouldn't scrap it. I would just change it after, and Isaiah can fix this after our call. You can just change that to 1 week and then move one to the top, and then cull some other things.
All right, I will do that after the forecast. So, in the forecast, I will keep working with the invitation email, which was still on the PR, and I will take this fix out layout issue, most probably, or I will discuss with Nick, which we're gonna take it out.
Right. And is there any things that have come up recently by users that you would prefer to fix rather than working on older PBIs?
Most of the PBIs are new, Adam.
Right, by users, are they?
Yes,
Or,
yes.
Okay. Okay. Who
or
identified that
so
identity and document one-time templates? Who's that?
so this is the one you want me to work on to identify the template of the
Okay.
emails which we can move to content.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's the first one? Who reported that?
So this reported by Tiago through Yakshiver,
Okay.
and
All
that's a UI. And also there is a linked email by you for this one
right.
as
All
well.
right. Good. Okay. All good.
All right. So this is our forecast, and the video will be uploaded on this channel. See you guys next time.
All right. Thanks, guys.